there, it's Rebecca Sabai here from CharonChatter.com. I thought I'd do a quick vlog post on tips for travelling internationally with kids. Me and my husband and our two kids, we have a nearly 4-year-old and a 9-month-old, recently returned from a 3-week trip to Europe. We travelled extensively with Jasmine, our daughter, and she's been to India and Europe, multiple countries. So I thought we'd just do one how it was with two. It was a bit harder, but it's very doable. I just want to encourage you that you can do it with a good sense of adventure and great teamwork. So some pointers, I would say, pack light, because by and large, one of you would be carrying the two kids, so I often would keep Roshan on a baby carrier, and I'd be pushing our daughter in the stroller with maybe a few bags hanging off the back, and my husband would be lugging the suitcases. So I managed to do clothes for me and the two kids in one big suitcase. And what I did is I strategically planned enough for like 5 days for each of us. I then planned to have washing facilities available every 5 days. So obviously in the UK is where I'm from, there's always family members available you're staying with to use their washing machines. And then by the time we got to Nice in the south of France, I had purposely booked an apartment for a few days. Apartments are great for traveling with families. They really help. They have washing machines. Often you're in a neighborhood, so you can really get a feel of living in that place. They often have playgrounds, supermarkets, so you can cook some familiar foods at home, saves money eating out, and you can do some washing there too. So that was a really great place for us. The neighbours were really nice. I took them to the local playground. They got to play with local French kids, and we got to do some meals from buying food from the local supermarket. And also, if you plan accordingly, so really research the apartments before renting, find them on public transport routes. That really helps. So we were like 10 minutes walk from a tram line, so you can be in and out of a city, and that again, those are really easy to do with kids. Trams are pretty good. Even when I went to Australia last year, I was pregnant, but I had Jasmine with me. Melbourne was great for public transport, and the trams looped around the city. In fact, one of them was free within the city for tourists. Have a sense of humour, because kids do funny stuff. Like, we were eating at a restaurant in Nice, and I just ordered a nice plate of ravioli, and our little boy pooped all over my skirt, all down his legs, and all over his shoes. So we took him down to the bathroom, stripped him down, dumped the clothes, washed him in the sink, rechanged his clothes, tried to wash my clothes as good as I could. The smell was bad, but you just laugh, get over it, and I still managed to eat my ravioli. So that's another tip. Try to stick to some kind of routine. So maybe in the afternoons, if you can, let them still have their naps, or plan not to tire them out too much, so maybe one activity a day, and think of some things along the way that they would enjoy on the trip. We found that eating out at lunchtime often works better. Places tend to be more accommodating of children. In Italy, we found when we drove from Nice to Munich in southern Germany, and we did about 2 hours every day. So if you're doing a road trip, maybe limit the hours in the car so it's doable and they don't get too bored and tired, and stop in different places along the way. We found that a lot of lunchtime places had buffets, and that was a very economical way of eating. And again, people are more relaxed. There tends to be families at lunchtime, evening meals and high-end restaurants and kids. It's tricky when they're young. I wouldn't really recommend it. So maybe find a supermarket, or get some snacks to eat in the hotel room in the evening, or a smaller place. That often helps there. Take a few of their favourite toys from back home, so it's familiar for them. And some activities to do on airplanes, so they're not bored. Snacks really help. You don't let hungry kids are not happy kids. Often times in the mornings, I would always keep like sandwich things in to make like ham and cheese sandwiches. And actually, when we first got to France, I bought a stainless steel water container. Most countries that you travel to within Europe, or if you live in the US or Canada, you can drink the drinking water, so keep that topped up so you don't ever get dehydrated too. And even if you are planning to go out for lunch, you may get in a situation that it's unfamiliar to them or they don't feel like eating it. So you always have a backup in your bag of foods they will eat so they're not hungry. But I found that they're really adventurous eaters and they tried everything. Travel is the best gift you can give kids. It exposes them to different cultures, different foods, and makes them really well-rounded people. And you don't have to go far to get that experience too. So just keep a sense of adventure, keep it fun, and they'll feed. So they'll feed off how you're feeling and have fun with it, and you can do it. It is doable to travel with kids. So those are some of my points for international travel. Um, they will often get jet lagged, so kind of go easy on them the first couple of days if they're kind of off kilter and a bit moody and cranky, and just bear with it. Slowly try and force them into sleeping at night in the time zone that you're in. But if they have a couple of long naps initially settling into it, don't worry about it and just be a little bit understanding if their behaviour is a little off. They'll settle back into that routine soon enough. And same thing when they return home, that can be hard too. But overall, it's doable. Have fun with it. Have a good sense of humour and happy travels with your kids.